Education is a fundamental human right and a powerful tool for social and economic transformation. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, education is essential for the exercise of all other human rights. Yet, millions of girls across Africa, including Nigeria, still face barriers that deny them access to quality learning. From poverty and early marriage to cultural biases and inadequate school infrastructure, these challenges continue to threaten their future.
Please clap for them, clap for them.
In response, key stakeholders in the education sector are intensifying efforts to ensure every girl has equal access to education, a critical step towards breaking the cycle of poverty and inequality.
Everybody's listening.
As part of a nationwide push for inclusive education, the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, NMEC, organized a 5-day interactive advocacy session in Lagos between Monday, February 24th to Friday, February 28th, 2025.
Then whatever you don't understand.
Held at the Center for Management Development, CMD Shangisha, the event brings together parents, traditional rulers, education policymakers, teachers, NGOs, and civil society organizations, CSOs, to discuss practical strategies for enhancing girl-child education across Nigeria.
How many of us know that all these girls have that right for education?
The advocacy event, which is coordinated by Radia Prosage, is part of a broader national movement with similar sessions previously held across various geopolitical zones of the country.
So we're going to be listening.
Discussions at the forum focus on biggest obstacles preventing girls from accessing education, including economic hardship, early marriage, and inadequate school facilities. Stakeholders not only highlight these challenges, but also propose concrete solutions and commit to actionable steps to improve learning opportunities for girls.
Good morning once again.
Facilitators stress that education is a shared responsibility, one that requires collective action from the government, communities, families, and private organizations to create a lasting impact.
Education is the right of all the child, whether you are a boy or a girl. No child under any circumstances should be denied that right. It is very, very important because the role and the importance of education in the society cannot be overemphasized.
We should always tell them they should speak up in whatever area they find themselves, in whatever condition they find themselves. They must speak up. They must speak up against molestation, and that is where awareness comes in. All this one boils down to funding again. So when we now engage them, at least when they are self-reliant, they won't be waiting for anybody to come and give them money before they can feed their children, before they can do this, before they can do that.
Participants share personal experiences and real-life challenges in promoting girl-child education, identifying key areas where policies and interventions can be improved.
And I have a child, the one I'm working with now. I taught that girl in primary 5. And when she's in SS1 now, she started taking drugs. And she used her leg to come to my house. That, mommy, I'm doing this thing. And I said, okay, don't worry, God will help us. And we are doing. Then I have to go to the school. There is nothing coming from that side. And they will say, oh, they show you you have to mind your own area. So I don't know what we can do to this. Like I was asking my colleagues, do we have secondary school counselors here?
It begins with us having an idea of what we're talking about, having an in-depth knowledge of what we're talking about, starting from our environment. At times, many of us just look at it, go coming. I have my own problem too. My children are this too. But the lives of these children we're touching matters a lot.
Speaking to Clear TV, representatives from NMEC and the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, emphasized the urgency of collaboration in ensuring education for all.
There is no doubt that there are a lot of challenges or barriers that are depriving many girls from accessing education, which if you deprive them, you are depriving them that right as enshrined in our constitution, and you are also depriving them that right of African charters of human rights. Now, some of those challenges principally has to do with poverty. Poverty of the parent is a factor. And you also have the problem from the aspect of government access. In some community, you don't even have school. Not to even talk of say you want to put some girl child in school or boy child. So access is also one of the challenges. And you also have the challenges that has to do with culture of the people that encourage early marriage. And you also have the challenges that has to do with teenage pregnancy. So all these one are challenges that every one of us as stakeholders will have a role to play.
For the girl child, it's a must because I'm once a girl child and I know the pains, I know the feelings, I know the rejections, I know much about it because when I was so young, I got pregnant but thank God to Almighty Allah that make me what I am today. So I'm encouraging others. When we see a girl that is pregnant, we need to encourage that after the birth, they should let her go back to school so that it should be able to be useful for herself and for the society at large.
They stress the importance of stronger policy implementation, increased community engagement, and improved school infrastructure to eliminate the barriers preventing girls from learning.
Cultural is a barrier to girl child education, so we have been taught that we should go into even to the marketplace, parent forum, doing sensitization campaign against girl child education. So I have learned that we should take the sensitization awareness to all the corners of Lagos State, marketplace, in the church, in the mosque, ballets, in the palaces. We should carry the sensitization to all these places. And I have also learned that we should go out of our way to help these children. If I see something happen, I should say something and I should do something to the situations.
You see, Lagos State through the suburb is doing a lot of things to make sure that at least girls' education is serious this thing. For instance, we were training these counselors towards that to be educating them over and over. Then apart from that, we are watching our girls to make sure that if there's any little problem like this child abuse, we don't joke with it at all. We don't joke it at all. So we recognize them, and they know that we are recognizing them very, very well to make sure that they are highly educated.
As the advocacy session progresses, one key message stands out. Education is not just a government obligation, but a collective duty. With renewed commitments, participants and stakeholders are determined to turn these discussions into real, lasting change for Nigerians' future generations.